Well, one thing Willie did, as well as anybody, was inform and entertain, and that's what we're going to do for you this weekend as we restart live play with our next qualifying match between Kenya and Tonga. Fittingly, the nation that Willie captained here in 1995. They're going to stand together here and pay their respects to Big Willie. Greatly appreciated by Willie's family and friends, the Tonga Sevens, paying their respects to Willie Losse. And here come their opponents now, who respectively allowed Tonga to go out onto the field. Sione Tupou, the Tonga captain. They played a lot of rugby sevens of late at the Commonwealth Games and at the Challenger Series. Kenya, Coms Games as well, they were led by Nelson Oyu. They're missing a few big players. No Alvin Otieno, no Bushamwale, no Daniel Ta'abu. They're all unavailable. So some new names for their all-important pre-round of 16 qualifier. Adam Layall from England is your referee for this one.
Yeah, I got you.
Nelson Oyu and Kenya hugely motivated to get through this winner-takes-all qualifying match. Day one here in Cape Town. And it will be Kenya who will get us underway. They're left to right in their green shirts. That's been knocked back on their side, but a little knock on the floor there. Chris Dry, former Blitzbock, alongside me for this one. Possession, so important in these matches.
Very, very important. You know, they only got a few opportunities to actually take that ball and do something with it. So you want to use every single one of those.
Crouch.
So it'll be a
bind.
Tongan feed.
Set.
To the scrum, just on their side of the 10-metre line. Rodney Tongatea. That's a good tackle on John Tapueluelu, and they get the penalty early to Kenya. And they go quickly through Sammy Oliech. Inside ball now to Edmund Anyar. He stands in the tackle.
Tackle, release.
Trying to wrestle him to the floor is Big John Ika. I mean, big. They're a huge team by 7 standards, this Tongan side. Slipping under the attentions of Osika there was the Kenyan ball carrier. Ball's gone backwards. Is Oyu, picks it up, alert the captain. And new Osika forces him to set up the breakdown. Here's Oliech again, loose pass. They decide to chip through. There was a tackle. Was it late? They might have a second look at that. Pakalani getting back the Tonga. Ball comes out.
He dived on the man.
For William Bucker, but it'll be a penalty to Tonga.
Yeah, Tonga just slowing it down. Kenya off to a quick start. Just want to get off the mark, tap that ball quick and have a crack.
Yeah, Tonga, they're not in a hurry. They want to play this game at their own pace. Finished 11th at the Commonwealth Games, but got through to the knockouts at the Challenger Series in Santiago in Chile.
For you?
Just a few weeks ago.
Come in, come in.
It's been a long, long time since we've seen them at a Rugby World Cup of Sevens. That's been turned over at the line-out by Kenya. Onyala did really well in the middle. Oliech flings it over to Anya again. Keeping possession really well here. The Shuja, Pride as they're known. Herman Humwa now. William Bucker used to play rugby for Western Province here in Cape Town. Beats the tackle, scores in the corner. And that familiar sight wearing those goggles has got Kenya up and running in the mother city.
As we just go back, Kenya using the full width of the field. And look at this, the end out, and I'll get me a fiver.
10.
Yeah, he's a real handful, isn't he, when he gets up and running with pace and power. Just left Tonga defenders in his wake there. Conversion successful as well, so
Come on.
William Bucker and Kenya come away with the maximum.
How crucial is that 2 points that you get, especially when you score on the side? You know, it just gives you that confidence to now go out and play. You've got that 7 points on the board. Great start from Kenya.
Yeah, good kick from Sami Oliech. William Bucker, he's played all over the world, in New Zealand, here in South Africa, as I mentioned. St. Petersburg in Russia as well. Montpellier in the top 14 in France. He also helped Lyon get promoted to the top tier in that country. Well-travelled rugby troubadour is William Bucker. So Kenya get the initiative in this qualifying game, and Bucker just had Herman Hummer actually, yeah, just took the player in the air. Timing so crucial in those moments.
It is very, very important, you know, safety first in this game, and the ref's gonna give it to the team that gets up the quickest.
Big part of your game, wasn't it, Chris, when you were playing restarts? It's incredible in recent times how expert these teams have come in that department.
It is so crucial to the game, you know. You win games with turnover differential, and that's one of them.
So line out for Tonga on the halfway. Wasn't straight, said the referee. I've seen wobblier ones than that. That's a give back for Tonga.
Scrum. Let's go.
Jonica there.
Thank you.
He'll look to make up that
Please
on
stand
defence
square,
here.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Tony Amondi gets us restarted. Comes out for
Number one
Oliech.
leaving the
Another
scrum.
decision goes
Number
Kenya's
one
way.
leaving the scrum.
Almost
Not bad.
every whistle going in their favour at the moment.
Yes, and again now Kenya changing a little bit of tactics, slowing it down. You know, they've got that 7 points. Let's go,
please.
Perhaps take a
Let's go.
line out. More penalties.
Do we need treatment or not? No?
There's just the
Okay, thank
trainer
you.
left on the field at the moment, so referee Adam Lills
Time off.
making sure the field of play is clear. Back underway. Kenya leads 7-0. The early try to William Bucker. Remember, they've been a core nation since the Sevens World Series began back in 1999. Anyaa, hot stepper for a tall man.
It's off the foot.
Lays it on a plate. There's Mbaka again. Omondi now, looping pass over the top. Tonga after doing a huge amount of defence at the moment. It's going to be emptying the tank. Bright sunshine here at Cape Town Stadium. Here's OU, Nelson OU, just a slight delay. Saw the gap, hit the accelerator. Oh yeah, OU.
As we just go back, look at the stepper, the dancing feet. He sees the space right through the middle and puts his team further in front.
Yeah, just perhaps a little mix-up on D there from Tonga in midfield. Just a bit of over-chasing, perhaps.
Kenya, Tonga missing one or two of those tackles and putting the defensive line under pressure, you know, and you have to look after that line and you have to be secure in that line. Kenya doing very well spreading the ball as well. So
Damien McGrath, speaking of well-travelled rugby personalities, he's been all over the world as well. Recently took over as head coach of this Kenyan side from Innocent Simiyu. Of course, he's formerly coached Canada and Samoa and Germany. Also England back in the day, Yorkshireman. Bucker leaps high again for Kenya, but Osika has it for Tonga. Drives through the tackle. Really powerful player. Now here's an opportunity for Tonga. Can they make something of it? They've been living off morsels of possession so far in this contest. OU goes in with the jackal. Great technique to win the steal for his team.
Kenya's so clinical on their defense. You know, one makes tackle, gets out, get the next guy in, you know, and that's what's going to win you games. That's what's going to give your side the edge.
Yeah, third place, bronze medal back in '09 in Dubai for Kenya. Of course, they won a World Series event in Singapore.
Please stay fully bound. Please
few
stay
years
fully
ago
bound until
now.
the scrum is over.
Mike Friday took them to 5th in the world
Crouch.
overall on the series when he was head coach of this Kenyan side.
Bind.
They're looking to close out this
Set.
first half now with more possession and pick up some more points. It's been a composed, professional start from them. Oliech again. Over to Anya. He's been a handful. Looks for the inside ball. Oliech just can't hold on to it. It's gone forward. There's a bit of mischief going on in back play. We carry back on. It's a kick chase for Tapueluelu, but getting back is Nelson Oyu for Kenya, right in front of his own try line, and he will just boot that ball over the end line, knowing that it's seconds out. And we will go to half-time. Heads up play from Nelson Oyu. He knew the situation, and he will take their 14-0 lead into the break. Kenya leading Tonga in the pre-round of 16 qualifier by 14 points to 0. Well, Chris Dry, as far as first halves of rugby sevens go, I'm not sure that one could have gone much better for Kenya.
Kenya have just been so clinical. I love what Damien has done. You know, usually the Kenyans, they want to run over everyone, but they've been smart. They're looking for the space and they're running hard. What the Tonga team, you know, they want to get a little bit tighter on defense. I think they want to come together and say, guys, let's look after the closer channels. Kenya boys are a handful at the moment. Let's get some ball back. Let's get some points on the board.
And are we seeing a difference here between the core nation on the series who are playing regularly, tournament in, tournament out, against a team like Tonga that appears sometimes as an invitational team? They've been at the Commonwealth Games and the Challengers Series, but they just don't play as much elite level rugby sevens as Kenya do.
Yes, you know, Kenya, they've been here before. They know exactly what to do. They know how to take their time at half time. They know what the next play has, what's important for the next play. So, you know, those boys, they've been there. And, you know, the experience is always going to help you in a tournament like this.
Yeah, the winner of this match will be playing Argentina this afternoon in the round of 16. And we know how in form Argentina sevens are at the moment. Damien McGrath. A few words for the side. Kenya leading Tonga 14-0 in their opening game at the Rugby World Cup of Sevens here in Cape Town. This is win or bust, these matches. If you want to compete for the championship title here at the World Cup, you must win your pre-round of 16 qualifier. Coming up next, Wales up against South Korea, and then it's Hong Kong playing Uruguay. Australia will be their opponents, whoever wins that one. Wales and Korea can look forward to Fiji in their second game of the tournament, so it only gets tougher as you go.
It's not an easy tournament. Every game counts, and we will see what happens in those next ones.
Work to do for Tonga, running left to right in red. They kick long. William Bucker, who opened the try scoring, is back there with Herman Humwa, who just dinks it gently over the top to Samuel Oliech, inside to Humwa. Remember, this Kenyan team are playing without three of their big guns. Daniel Tabu, Bushamwale, Alvin Otieno, all unavailable for this tournament. They've been crucial for them of late.
Tackle.
But so far, so good with two maximum scores. A little show and go from Oliech, and over to Mbaka again. He runs clear. He's just tapped to the floor. William Bucker looking for his second try. Finally, Tonga get a penalty at the breakdown. They go quickly. Samasoni Asi, and another decision goes Kenya's way. This time it's Herman Humwa.
He was always retreating
with his hands in the cookie jar.
It just feels that Tonga could have got that ball in the wider channel, give himself a crack on the outer edge. Kenya all quite tight in that channel.
Time off, substitution.
And now Kenya slowing it down, you know, reassessing the situation. 14 points up.
Thank you.
Great to see
just over here, please.
Collins and Jera back, Cape Town Stadium.
Come on.
Yes, of course,
Scrum
the great
option.
one.
Yeah.
One of the leading try scorers in the history of the sport has been brought back in by Damien McGrath. for this one.
Please stay behind the ball until it's out, okay? Crouch.
35 years of age these days. Collins and Jura. Haven't seen him in action just yet, but his experience will be so crucial, won't it, for them this weekend. Omondi to Oli Edge. Oriambo. Broke through the 100 try barrier recently on the series. He's behind Collins and Jura all the time. Collins and Jura has 270.
Yeah, I'm happy they were retreating fine.
OU. Got Mbaka with him. William Mbaka looking for his second score. Gets the handoff going. Almost there. A metre out. OU's there, as is Odiambo.
Kicking out of the ruck.
Quick tap from Onyala.
Held up.
He's been held up over the line.
Scrum.
So good defensive work from Tonga, but just under so much pressure here, aren't they?
Back at home, we used to call that the 5-metre club.
Time off, sub. Number 8, sub. Keep an eye on it. I thought it was all right. It's held up, scrum 5. There's no GLTs.
There he is, the great man, Collins and Jura. Remember when he scored his 200th try for Kenya?
Excuse me.
And he got out a permanent marker and signed one of our cameras at Twickenham Stadium.
That will go down in every single video when we ever have a Twickenham appearance again.
Brilliant, wasn't it?
Crouch.
There he is alongside Jeffrey Olawach, another experienced player brought back in by Damien McGrath of this Kenyan side. Still 4 minutes and a bit of change to go here. Kenya on attack, looking for their 3rd try. One more try might seal the deal, but it's gone forward in contact. That's the kind of defensive play that Tonga have been looking for.
Crucial play. Great hit by Tonga.
Time off.
Now they need to use that ball.
7 red.
Bringing in a substitution, bringing some fresh legs on, and see where can they penetrate this Kenyan defense.
And number 2 red as well, number 2.
Just take another look at that hit. Putting his body on the line, making sure his team stops Kenya for that 5-metre line.
Yeah, twice in a row now, haven't they? They've had the held up, they've had the defensive call as well. Of course, no line dropouts in rugby 7s, like in 15s these days, so you get held up over the line, you will have a 5-metre scrum. Having to go from deep here, in the shade of the roof here at Cape Town Stadium, running out, losing his feet is Amanaki Vermataho. Now it's Kenya who go to work without the ball. Look at them again. OU, the captain, he's been absolutely everywhere.
You can have the penalty. I felt he tripped over you, okay? He's just trying to get up. There's nothing in that. Sticking with the original penalty.
Well, welcome back, Collins and Jura. He's going to get some minutes here. With 3 minutes to go, 14-0 up. Well, he wants to come on. Has to wait for another whistle by the looks of it. But Kenya looking to pick up their 3rd try here. Hot on attack. Short ball to Mbaka. They've lost it again in contact. Can Tonga here catch them in transition? Just playing rugby at the wrong end of the field at the moment.
Tackle.
Sione Tupou, the captain, with a carry. Soniasi to Tongatea. He's back out there off the bench. William Mbaka throws him to the floor. Kenya playing with 6 here. Sammy Oliech is injured in back play, but Tonga again have given away a penalty, just rolling on the floor in possession. Chipped over the top this time from Vincent Onyala. It sits up, but he can't quite hold on to it. You heard the groans of the crowd. And here comes Collins Ijira.
7 green.
A 35-year-old, former captain, of course, of this team. Last saw him at the Olympic Games in Tokyo. Great to see him back, a player you'd know very well, Chris.
Yes, he was there before I started, and he's still there. Yeah, the magic man, you know, he brings something different to this team. You know, I think he brings a little bit of control, that experience.
James, I'm just going to wait.
But also he's got that flair. At his age, you know, you don't want to give him that outside. I think he'll still take it.
He's putting you to shame, Chris. You and your good buddy Carl Brown is here this weekend as well, working for the stadium presenters. You guys could still be out there on this evidence.
Okay, thank you. Time on. Thanks, lads. Time on.
Yeah, injured player coming off for Kenya, Sammy Oliech. Coming to the sideline.
Set.
Tonga have possession again. 1:40 to go. They've just been down in this red zone of theirs pretty much all game. Both halves. Little inside ball on the cut. OU still out there making tackles. Sapueluelu over his own 10-metre line. Picks up, goes again. That's legal.
Rock formed.
Could be too little too late though. 1:20 to go. They tap and go through Tongatea again. Pops it up. Off the deck for Sapueluelu. Those two working in tandem. Working hard at the breakdown is Johnston or Lindy there. But Tonga still have it. Little step here from John Ika. Good carry from Mataho. And we're going to have a conversation here with the officials. Flags out from the sideline.
Cool. Right, just move back a bit, please. Lads, just give me some space a second to talk to my assistant. Thanks. What have you got, mate? I've not seen anything.
I have a danger screen on the number 10 around the neck.
So number 10 has moved a player by the neck. So yellow card to number 10 red. Number 10 red. It's a yellow card for a neck roll.
Eli Pakalani.
Time stays off while the player's being treated.
We'll head to the sideline, and that's going to make life a lot more difficult for Tonga. He's such a crucial player to this team. Used to play for the Aussie Sevens, that's Eli Pakalani. Back of his country of heritage, Tonga. But here's another look at it, Chris. How'd you read it?
Yes, you know, Kenya again, a great effort. Oh, there's the neck roll. You know, Kenya putting so much pressure at that breakdown. You know, you need an exit, and then unfortunately, the lower man always going to win.
Such a difficult area sometimes, isn't it? They're clumsy parts of the game sometimes, breakdowns, and you know, players don't intend to go in and do that, but sometimes at the arms and just get in the wrong position. Collins Injera throws the line out. And here he is again. So adaptable, Injera can play in the 9 position and out in the wing and the centres, and this is nice. Out to his old buddy Nelson Oyu, who won that Singapore Sevens title with him many moons ago. Jeffrey Olawatch is getting involved. Here's Onyala. Onyala just puts the foot down and will seal this one for the Shujaa Pride. Kenya have put on something of a masterclass here in the qualifying game against Tonga.
That's what makes this Kenyan team just so good. You know, they can defend, they can run, they can offload. As you just take it back, look at the hits going in. You know, he bounces off 1, bounces off 2, and sends it out with a great finish.
Yeah, what a sight that is. Vincent Onyala, he's been lively all game, absolutely deserved that score. Brilliant high motion for you. Watching the desperate efforts of the Tongan defence, but they have come up short here against Kenya, who are looking good, and will go through to play Argentina in their round of 16 match this afternoon. Kenya have beaten Tonga by 21 points to 0.